What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chidi Bang bringing to you Raw takes right after Raw. Listen, man, I just gotta break it to you guys. We are in the final days of the Judgment Day. Enjoy it while. All right, sorry for the technical difficulties to start the show. But yeah, man, we are in the final days of the Judgment Day. Let's just get right into it. We just witnessed Raw, and I'm telling you, man, I'm predicting this is it. You know, the group is starting to crumble, and not in the way you usually see a group crumble, like where they're infighting and all that. I think what Liv Morgan is doing is fucking brilliant, and not to mention the stipulations added to Damian Priest and Seth Rollins match is a dead giveaway. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, with this take, with this episode of Raw takes, I want to give a big thank you and shout out to Michael Cole, who commentated most of the night by himself. And I want to give a big thank you to finally the WWE taking the tag team titles off of Awesome Truth. Awesome Truth, as much as I love the story of them winning it, and then for in the first place, I thought a couple weeks ago that it was time for them to drop the titles, and I'm glad that they have. So, if you have watched it, you saw that Finn Balor and JD McDonough are our new tag team champions. Shout out to them. Congratulations. I am a big fan of Finn Balor. JD's cool too. I just needed a tag. Excuse me. Sorry. I like the way that they got the titles off of Awesome Truth. Liv Morgan earlier tonight convinced our Truth to get a match for the tag team titles on the line against Finn. Sorry about the mic issues. All right, my bad. But Finn Balor and JD Miller are new tag team champions. I like the way they did it. Liv Morgan convinced R-Truth to put the titles on the line. She's being very manipulative. Obviously, she's trying to win the favor of the Judgment Day while Rhea Ripley's gone. And I think that by the time Rhea Ripley does arrive, the Judgment Day will be no more, or there'll be it will be a memory of what it was. Do I think that Dom will fall for Liv at some point? Dominic Mysterio, I don't know. Like the more and more that it goes on, will he fold? I don't know. I think that a lot of men would, but I think this might be an opportunity for Dom to maybe show that he has some kind of good favor, so he has some kind of morals. Maybe when it comes to Rhea Ripley, when it comes to Mommy, he has something. And maybe it's Finn Balor who's playing the games. Maybe he's using Liv to get these opportunities, such as getting the tag team championship match. Maybe he's working with her. They've been teasing it a little bit that he might have been the guy that she was after all along to destroy from the inside out. Maybe this whole thing with Dom is a red herring, and I think that'll be a cool swerve in the long run. So I'm willing to take the ride with them with Judgment Day. But as I mentioned previously, I'm not sure if you guys heard me, this angle is only part of the reason why I think that the Judgment Day is upon us. I think that the stipulation added to Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest was telling, because it was telling, and it was very it's very warranted, because I think that this gives an opportunity for us to be more interested in the match. Seth Rollins there's now the stakes are larger than just the title being on the line. Seth can't get a championship match again if he loses his match. That changes things, And if Seth wins it, Damian Priest must leave Judgment Day. That changes things. So we know that after Money in the Bank, something's going to happen, regardless of just a title change happening. Something will happen character-wise that propels these guys forward, moving them further along in their stories, which to me, character development is probably paramount. So I'm really excited about that. But as I see this continue to evolve, I can see Damian Priest losing the championship and eventually leaving Judgment Day. What does that mean for Damian Priest for the rest of the year? I don't know. I genuinely would like to see where he does after that point, but I would like to see how he can continue to grow and evolve without the World Heavyweight Championship, without his crew, because like I said, they're holding him back low key. They are. Every segment he has is him playing pretty much parent mode and daddy, and just trying to wrangle the horses and say, hey, we got to get this done. Hey, we got to get that done. We got to take out Braun Strowman. We need our tag team title. Let's get back on focus. Hey, stop talking to Liv Morgan. I'm tired of seeing Damian Priest play, mommy to the Judgment Day. We have mommy. When mommy's not around, it seems like he can't hold everything in order himself. So I'm in a place where I'm willing to see Damian Priest lose the World Heavyweight Championship to finally find his salvation on his own as a single star. He's earned the right. I think the group has done what it needed to do for Damian. It did what it needed to do for Rhea, obviously. Even Finn and JD, and of course Dom. I think it did what it needed to do for everybody involved in that group. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I had to pop in and your Damien take. I'm a little off on, man.
Go ahead. Tell me what you think.
That's exactly what mommy used to do when mommy was there. Right? So mommy used to tell niggas, first and foremost, let's just the storyline. Damian Priest was never received and accepted as the leader of the Judgment Day. And niggas used to poke and prod at that as an ego trip when he was Money in the Bank, she was champion, and they never said that he was the leader. Mommy used to tell niggas to do something, it got done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Damien trying to wonder why is my shit broke. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Like I'm planning the storyline with that with you. So when you was saying that, you made it seem like mommy ain't have to get a nigga's ass. Yeah, she did. It was just received a little bit different.
Mommy got results though. Seems like when she was on chart, when she was running, I mean, you know,
this
things kind of.
But this the dynamic I love. Normally, when in real life, real deal spill, you move when daddy say something. You see what I'm saying? We got the trading places. You know what I'm saying? Mommy's daddy in this. You know what I mean? So like when mommy say something, they move as if she has that masculinity, you know, kind of you know, drive to her where, you know, wait till your dad get home and tell him type shit. You know what I mean? So and Damien, you know, he got names on the internet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta say them all on here, but it ain't masculinity, you know.
Listen, I'm not gonna get into that. Well, all I'm trying to say is Damian Priest can get a lot more not in the group of Judgment Day. I think he's being held back by having to have a segment a week or multiple segments each week, trying to tell these guys what to do backstage, tell them to keep, you know, snap into gear, get it right, take out Braun Strowman. Hey, stay away from Liv Morgan. He's playing daddy, and it's like, bro, you used to be part of the crew, and now you're world champion. He should be focusing on his own goals, you know. And I only want to see him in storylines and angles with him, you know, holding the golden about the championship.
That's not true because we love Roman for doing the same thing.
No. Roman's is not comparable to Damian Priest. Damian Priest, I think he's in a very vulnerable space as his first championship run. Roman has clearly, he's a legend in his own right. He's one of the best to do it, and his authority is received differently too. Damien's authority is constantly rided, and this little girl, Liv Morgan, is legitimately causing chaos in his group.
Hold on. I wanna. That's why I wanted to come here and just with you one time, Jocelyn one time. With the Roman and Damien, I'm not trying to put them in the same place. What I am trying to say is that there's parallels. Listen, Roman ruled with a manipulative force. It wasn't he ain't even Rhea, nigga. Let's keep it a buck. Roman ain't snapping his fingers, motherfucker. Rhea ain't have to manipulate type shit. Rhea got a little dominatrix, dominant type of presence type shit. Nigga, Jay done bucked the system. Jimmy done bucked the system. Nigga, they ain't even in the bloodline no more. Nigga, it was Roman and Solo at one time. So what I am saying is power distributed is seen in vastly different ways in WWE and their storytelling. So what I want to say is that I'm not necessarily tripped up on a nigga power. You know what I'm saying? And how it's being.
I'm not tripped up on the power. My thing is not more about how they lead. My thing is more of when and how they lead. Like Damian Priest is in his first title run. It's not comparable to Roman Reigns and the power he has and the presence he has as the leader of the freaking industry, so to speak, in his role. You know, Damian Priest is still growing as an actor.
I'm sorry, in hindsight, that wasn't the case when Roman came back. So I want to just speak in the present tense.
When he came back, what do you mean?
When he came back in 2020, nigga, he wasn't, I'm the ruler of the world. I'm the future. He wasn't that. We had to give that nigga time. We had to see where his character progression was going. We had to see, even with the Jey Uso situation, their very first match was the case. Like we had to, had to go into that.
Again, that's fine. It's not the same thing as Damian Priest in his first ever World Heavyweight Championship run. It's not. He's in a very vulnerable space. It's like Roman being in his first run, his very first one ever. Like, you know, that's what I'm comparing it to. And right now, I want to see Damian on his own. So with the stipulation added to the match with Seth Rollins, and then on top of that, the Liv Morgan causing the chaos with the Judgment Day and being in their locker room, they can't even keep her out the freaking clubhouse. I think these all is signifying the end of the Judgment Day. By the time Rhea comes back, by the time Mommy comes back, this is going to be a very different landscape with the Judgment Day. I think that Seth Rollins, if he doesn't beat Damian Priest, he can't get a title shot yet. You know, I don't see that happening. I see that Seth is probably going to beat him, and Damian Priest is going to have to figure out how to become a better character.
I think Damian wins. I think
Okay.
this not, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm only fighting back with you because, bro, we all been pussy whipped before. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Our clubhouse got raided. We had non-paying women in our motherfucking clubhouse just showing. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying, I'm just using the real life terms, nigga. Like, Liv got a power over a few niggas in that group, and she's so it ain't like. And what I'm saying is that in real life, a woman can and I know we're talking about a storyline and I'm just saying in real life, a woman can come in.
No, I love it. No, don't be wrong. Like it's entertaining as fuck. I love what I'm seeing. Like I want to be clear. I like what I'm seeing and I'm enjoying it. But I'm just projecting and like I'm going with Damian losing.
That's another reason why I'm here. Because you all ass projected on Sunday, and I want to double back to see your face so I can say,
okay, all right.
I told you, nigga. I told you. Why would you ever not believe that they would give us some real deal feels on the shit that we love?
Oh man, I'm gonna say this. We talked about Jeff Jarrett and the realness of that promo. And I was like, keep doing that shit, AEW, right? Taylor, Bo Dallas, what you want to call him, Uncle Howdy, that was fantastic. That was incredible. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something that can quell my worries and address those things head on. I didn't think that they had the balls to do it. I didn't think they had the balls to acknowledge that this guy passed
You're talking
on screen,
to the guy that
and that his brother,
daughter, man, he has balls.
Huh?
You talking about the guy that fucked his boss's daughter? He has balls.
Yeah,
that's what I did. And runs the company now. His balls.
I know.
The world's strongest man balls that they gotta pick up in balls. That's the type of balls he got.
It's a sensitive topic, and I was like, how they're gonna sensitively navigate the waters with this, and they went straight forward into it. All the things people are saying. Oh, are you taking advantage of your brother's legacy, or you're ruining his legacy and all that stuff. He talked about that. He talked about and nobody, is going through more pain than him, who felt like he lost everything when Bray passed, and they attacked it head on. And that right there is the beginning and seed of Bo to me. That is a new person to me. That is not, and Bo leave, none of that. Even the old Uncle Howdy, none of that matters until that promo we just saw today. This is a new era for him. And I can't wait to see what he does, because that right there, that's real. That's somebody who's going to take his real life pain and give it to us as art and put it out on forefront. And I respect it, man. And it's not easy to do. And I that's the thing. I don't expect anybody to do that. That's why I was like apprehensive, because I don't expect anybody to take their real life pain and put it on TV as art. I don't ask that of anybody too. But for him to be that vulnerable and do that, kind of like we were said about with Jeff Jarrett, it makes me say, you're real. I'm behind it now. I can't go against that. And I just gotta sit here and wait.
Now what I will say is that no, you don't ask, but we did have a very lengthy conversation about you ask it.
I was not asking for
not the personal. But again, nothing else, nonfiction, was going to get you in the door. As we just had the lengthy conversation about, this means so much to Bray.
Yeah. So, and you can't get around that.
Again, like you asked, you may not have asked, like you said, I didn't ask
that way. I didn't ask directly. He maybe
I ain't asked for a pussy, but I did nudge her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, man.
It's late night, but you know I'm off the rails, brother.
Nah, no, it was awesome, man, to see them go there, and I was gonna start with that today, but I was like, "Nah, let me go to Judgment Day thing because I think there's more layers to talk about." This was just a brilliant thing. I just gotta give props to, and it's just 1 week, so I want to, say that, but I will say this is a great start, man, to
This is a
what
very solid foundation.
really
That's a
strong
very
start. It's
solid
like
foundation.
to me, helping me, so or just people who represent me and other people who love Bray understand where we're going now, because there has to be like a button on his shit, even because we never got that button, or like, okay, this is a new thing. We can't just act like it didn't happen, and this can help, because we're still all grieving. This is very fresh, this is only this is less than a year that he's been gone, right? So it's very fresh, so it's
I think
coming
we
up to a year soon.
coming up to a year. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why it's so hard to, for me at least, to be like, yeah, I accept Uncle Howdy and why it sticks and be like, oh my God, this is so cool. But when you give me this type of promo from Bo, I gotta be on board. I gotta sit there and enjoy, and the split personality between Uncle Howdy asking the questions and him answering. And remember, even before the night when it said when Chad Gable was coming and arriving, and we're seeing the glitches on the screen, and that says you will understand. And that's all I was asking for. Is just how am I gonna understand? And it said you will understand coded into the screen. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and watch, and sure enough, they gave me something that I can sink my teeth into. So thank you.
Well, I do want to say also to your point, when Bray returned, he did say we're getting the real me. So that was again the introduction for and again Taylor, Bo, Uncle Howdy. He mentioned of it as like we never got a chance to do what we were working on. So
Yeah,
all
true.
the questions again that you guys had, we had it. We nigga, I can show you the notebook, the page, everything. Now
Yeah.
I gotta fucking redo all of this and do it without him. I need a little bit of grace. I need a little bit of more, I need a little bit more buy-in from those to and again, I'm not gonna say we are part of anything, but I am gonna say like we're the ethos of the zeitgeist of
Yeah, we're
people.
part of that.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
again, they didn't just calm you, my nigga, or like you said, like mine, they calmed everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Everybody, like
Yeah.
yo,
And that's
we're
what I
not
love the
smutting
most.
out his name. We're not going to slut him out. We're not going. We doing this in an image of. You know what I'm saying? And I think at the end of the day, that's the perfect thing to do.
And that's what I love the most about this era. And as much as I, will have things happen, I'm apprehensive because listen, there's been majority of my life. There's been more times when I couldn't trust the creative direction than have in my history of watching wrestling. So I'm still getting even as much as I do have faith in Trips. There are moments where I'll be like, okay, question mark, question mark, question mark. We're seeing MVP go off on the Hurt Business stuff now online, which I was still mad about. So it's not like there's not like there's no things we can't nitpick about this regime at all. So I'm gonna have my question marks about things of these, but I genuinely will say I am very thankful that they listen to some degree to the ethos, to what's going on around people. What the water cooler talk is after Monday. Okay, what are the people saying? I think they think there might be a designated department or crew to say, listen, you guys are the social media guys. Tell us what people are saying about this angle, and this angle, and get a beat on that and report back to us this week. I'm not sure how they do it, but they do.
They just watch Public Enemy podcast. That's all.
Or
that's what they do.
They do. Well, it's not just them. I think they're listening to everything. I think they're listening to everybody. I think that they genuinely are paying attention to what the fans are saying, and then based off of that, pivoting and like how can we swerve them? And they're next week on Wednesday. We're getting the documentary of how they swerved everybody for WrestleMania. I'm definitely going to tune into that. because I want to see how they were acting real time with that and get like a behind the scenes look at that because it's really interesting because I can see on screen how different things are than they used to be. It's night and day. Every single segment matters, yo. And you might even miss something back in the behind the scenes in each segment. Every single match that matters. It's for something. It's not like they're just throwing matches on the screen and then in 2 weeks forgetting about a storyline they were building. We're in a different era right now, and I just appreciate it. And yes, my apprehension is because I love this form of art. I love wrestling. I love WWE. It's my favorite wrestling company since I was a kid, like legit. So when I see certain things, I'm going to talk bluntly. I'm not going to hold back. And if I change my mind over a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or a year, I'll change my mind. But in the moment, I'm going to give my raw takes on things. And when I saw the Y6 last week as well was produced, I genuinely was concerned about the direction considering how impactful and how recent Bray past and his legacy is. So them addressing it head on, I think is a great start. I'll just say that, and I'm glad that they had the balls to go there.
I love how articulate we are right now because yesterday we was just talking about Rabbit Mask and shit. Like, is he gonna wrestle a Rabbit Mask? I'm like, I made the argument like they would humanize these people. I'm like, well, what you asked, what's the difference between Eric Rowan now and Eric Rowan then? Well, we gave a big, clear indication with the leader. What's the difference between Taylor Rotunda, Bo Dallas, Uncle Al? You don't even know what the fuck to call this nigga. All you know is that they gave you something to let you know whatever he was before, he ain't that. You know what I'm saying? You muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
I was like, yo, and that's all I was asking for. And if they do the same thing with Uncle Howdy talking to the other members, yo, I'm like, yeah, that's Chef's kiss. Like I think that's how you do it. Talk to every single one of these members and what and then how they got warped into this, version of themselves. I like taking the time with this stuff. I don't like just throwing them out there and then sink or swim. So I can't like if they genuinely do this the right way, it could be fantastic. Like if they take their time with it. It's a here's the thing though. It's a tight rope still, even now. It's still a tight rope. But I mean today was a good start.
All right, that's all I wanted. I heard you talking live about Damien, how he ain't this, how he ain't that. Nah, chill. Puerto Rican Poppy gonna beat Seth Rollins. And I had to talk about
I like Damien, man.
you was like, drop the title. He need to be on his own. Well, shit, if you don't got the title on his own, who the fuck is he? You know what I'm saying?
I want us to find out, just like we're finding out with everybody else. Like he don't need a title to have character development. As a matter of fact, I think he'll get more without it. I think he'll get, we can see a Finn versus Damien match. We can see a Damien versus,
he didn't have the title for a whole year. Niggas called him pussy. So let's let him rock with the title a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, man. I'm predicting a Seth Rollins Gunther SummerSlam, and that's my prediction right now as we stand here. And I think that that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing for Damien to lose a championship, in my opinion.
I mean, if you're gonna lose, let him lose to Gunther. Like, why you gotta lose to Seth? Again, add a notch to your belt. Fucking beat Seth. I done beat Drew. I done beat Seth. I done beat Jey Uso. I had a good, and I lose to Gunther. That's
fine too. I mean, if he loses, the reason why is because of the stipulation. I genuinely think he just should be out of Judgment Day. I genuinely would rather him be out of Judgment Day at this point. I don't think he does him any favors. Like he said, they need him more than he needs them. Real talk, that's true. Like he don't need them. I think they're holding him back, and not just.
That's a great story to tell because again, that's being held back in the group, and I think he's bigger than fucking Damian Priest. We all know who that nigga is. So I mean, at the end of the day, if we're gonna talk about splitsies, then give me a fucking Damian feud Finn Balor for the title. Fuck it. Or again, if we talk about Damian dropping the title to Gunther, then let Finn be the reason or whatever the case may be. And if we're talking about building character outside of the title, Finn and Damien would be a great start without the
Here's the
championship.
thing: if we're doing that, Damien has to beat Seth clean by himself.
Or Damien can be self-clean with Finn Balor helping. And he said, I fucking told you not to do shit. And then lose the title to Gunther. And then now we got Finn like, see, bitch, what happened? We ain't there. You lose the title. Every championship defense you had, we was there. Jey Uso was there. Damian Priest was there. Motherfucking Drew McIntyre was there. You know, if he comes and help with Seth Rollins and he loses to Gunther, I think that would be a great counterposing as well with Finn Balor and Damien. You know what I mean? A little shoving
Finn
match.
Balor's tag team champions, and thank God the tag titles are off of Awesome Truth. So right now he's a little busy. And I think that with the
That's
Liv
true,
Morgan
too.
thing, where things can potentially go with it, he might be more involved than it seems.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people will be a lot more involved than what it seems. Listen, if people had the choice, see, I don't have the choice. So let's just go. I'm out here, no shirt, taco meat. It's 11:30 and now I'm talking crazy. I don't have the choice. But and clearly Dominic doesn't have the choice either. Finn Balor should not have the choice either if we're talking kayfabe. But niggas cheat. Okay? Let's just throw that out there. And if you had a choice to cheat, why not
off the
Liv
ball? Yeah.
Morgan? And so Finn and Dom is out there just like, what's that challenge they doing on the internet when they rock paper scissors shoot? Shit.
What the fuck? Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna drop. I'll let you out here.
Listen, man. Finn Balor. I like what's going on. I will see where it leads. I think that if they do it, if they go and swerve us with the whole Finn Balor Liv like kind of like group or something like that, that should be ill. That should be fucking fire. I like that.
Yeah, they got history too. Remember it was Finn, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan who had a feud with the Judgment Day back in the draw. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they got hit. They did the Too Sweet and everything. Like, you know, a bomb could have been, you know, started way back when. You feel me?
Yeah,
you know?
man. On-screen lovers is not the same as off-screen lovers. You know, you saw Mommy and you know, Dom do it the whole past year and a half. So, like, yeah, living Finn, like, and I think that, you know, it's just there's ways to make it make sense. You know, I'll put it that way. And now she's helped them win the tag titles back. I think this is awesome. I like what they're going with it. Next week we're gonna see
Liv becomes the leader of the Judgment Day. Now that is amazing.
Yeah, if Damian Priest is not in Judgment Day, Liv is the leader, and Dominic is like on the outs somehow.
Nah, Dominic stays. It's
Dominic stays.
Dominic, Liv, Finn, JD,
and
Liv. That's the new Judgment Day, and I will fucking go crazy with that.
It could work, man. It could work. All I know is that, you know, Raw's cooking, man. Look, they're doing great work. I think the storytelling has been on another level past couple of weeks, including Drew McIntyre, man. He started the show with the great promo. He's gonna be having a Money in the Bank match or a qualifying match with Sheamus and Ilya Dragunov next week. That is gonna be a certified banger. Looking forward to that, man. But yeah, I don't think I want to see Drew win that. You know, I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Looks like joint rollers getting out of here. You have a good night, brother. Let me recap the rest of the show. Really good match with Chad Gable, Braun Strowman, and Bronson Reed. You know what's funny about that match? I didn't think Chad Gable had a chance to win that. I didn't think Chad Gable had a chance to win that match, but he pulled it out. He will be in the Money in the Bank, you know, match. Coming Money in the Bank, obviously. And they teased finally the Creed brothers joining him. He went back to apologize to, you know, Otis and them. It's like, you know, when you want that old thing back. It's like, yo, I know I messed up, girl. I messed up, but come back to me. I'm now down and out. He got attacked by the Wyatt Six. They're like, listen, I know we feel bad for what happened to you, but no thanks. I'm good. So at the end of the day, they're trying to do their own thing. Chad Gable now needs help, and he needs some muscle because he got the Y6 that potentially could, be right around the corner. So they teased the Creed brothers potentially, linking up with him. So I like how they're teasing that slowly but surely. I think that'll be a great way to transition him from the Alpha Academy to this new group. Um, Another good match, Kairi Zane, um, Saint Shayna Baszler, and Lara Valkyrie really tore the house down. Lara Valkyrie got the victory, so she's going to be in the Women's Money in the Bank. Looking forward to seeing that. All the competitors, Lara Valkyrie, Chelsea Green. Um, who else is in that? Let me check that real quick. I know that I'm forgetting somebody, but it's gonna be ill. I know I missed somebody. I'll check that in a moment. But it was a good match. Just nonetheless, Braun Breaker took on uh, Ludwig Kaiser, and Ludwig Kaiser um, had a good match with him. But Ludwig Kaiser, there was no finish. Ludwig Kaiser has interfered in his match last week with Sheamus. Sheamus now interfered with his match with Ludwig Kaiser. Braun Breaker is pissed off that people keep getting into his business. But backstage, they did confirm that he will be facing Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship at Money in the Bank. I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be fire. I can't wait. Can't wait. I'm loving. Listen, the Intercontinental Championship division on Raw is on fire. That for the first, it's not the first time because I think we can thank Gunther for making that belt prestigious, but that belt under Gunther was prestigious because nobody could beat him. This scene right here with the Intercontinental Championship, whether it be a Sammy and Sheamus and Braun Breaker or Ludwig, the potential matchups that we could be having, people competing for the championship, and the people that can be beat, it's active. It's a little bit different where when a division is active and when somebody's just dominating a division. This seems like an active, not to mention Chad Gable, an active division. Bronson Reed, people who you can legitimately see winning the championship at any moment. So right now, Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn, I can't wait for that match. Big fan of what Sammy does, obviously. And I think that Braun Breaker is just on this crazy trajectory, and he might be the next guy who holds that title that nobody can beat, that dominant champion again. So looking forward to that. Oh, Karrion Kross beat Kofi Kingston in a match, and they did beat down Xavier Woods backstage. They found testimony. AOP was taking him out backstage. That had distraction led to Karrion Kross's victory over Kofi Kingston. So I'm not sure where they're going with this. All I know is that both of these groups, the New Day and Final Testament, need something to push them, propel them forward. Whether it's the New Day breaking up, whether it's the Final Testament getting a strong victory or a strong angle, a strong moment, they need something to push propel them forward. So I don't know. Maybe it's a Money in the Bank. I don't know. I don't want to just throw things out there, but I'm willing to just wait. This is the only angle on Raw that whenever it comes up, I'm like, okay, where are they going with this? Like, I'm just being very patient with this because if this ends up with the New Day just winning a match against AOP or Karrion Kross down the line and staying as a group, then to me, this whole angle didn't mean anything, which could work, I guess. But I want to see both of these group changed afterwards, whether it's Final Testament being more powerful or whether it's the New Day having a different energy or vibe to them. They're still clapping and skipping to the ring and doing the same old stick that they've been doing for about the past 5 years, 6, 7 years, So I forget when they debuted, but it's been a long time since the New Day's been around doing the stick, and it seems like they're, it just is what it is. It's kind of played, and it's not, things kind of need to be sparked up again. You need to evolve. So I'm not opposed a New Day breakup. I know that's blasphemy to some, But I've been saying it for years. I wanted Big E to turn on them and be a heel, but obviously that's not going to happen, considering. But if it's now time for Xavier Woods to get a shine on a single as a single star, let's see it. Let's see where it goes. The King of the Ring shit didn't do nothing for him. Let's see what they do now. So but all in all, great show. Judgment Day looking like, to me, I'm sorry, this is gonna be interesting because by the time Mommy comes back, I don't think there will be a Judgment Day. Or like as Chris said, Liv Morgan will be the leader of that bitch. Damian Priest, he doesn't need to be with that group anymore. Really impressed with Bo Dallas, Taylor, Uncle Howdy promo. Man, that was probably the highlight of the night for me. And Braun Breaker is still a fucking beast. So man, great show. Looking forward to SmackDown this week. I will be watching that and tune back in here. Definitely like, subscribe, show some love to the boys. Follow us on all the medias of socialness. And just stay tuned on what we're pulling out there. So I'll be back here on Friday to talk about the Friday show on Smack Talk with Chidi Bang after the show. And Chris will be back here on after AEW Talk. It's some AEW. But all is love. Everything's